My name's Steve Roberts and I'm the owner and general manager of Platinum Homes here in Dubai in the UAE. Just to give a little bit of background on why I'm talking to you and my experience. I've been in the property market now for nearly 2 decades worldwide. I've been fortunate enough to work in the US as advisor in the US, worked in Australia, Singapore, Russia, Spain, and obviously background from the UK as well. What I've seen in all that time, the 3 years I've seen in Dubai, is a potential of markets. There is always a potential in any market. Even on a downturn, there's still potential for people to do well with opportunities. What we have here in Dubai is a country that over the last 4 years has allowed foreign investment to be placed here. Since that has happened, the market is grown exponentially, and it will continue to, and will do on a medium to long term. My background, quite simply, is somebody who likes to deal with people face to face. A brief description of how the Dubai property market, from an area point of view, is laid out. Probably the most distinctive and well known of any area property is the palms, primarily Jumeirah Palm, which is the first of those to be constructed. We're seeing now handover stage, where again, despite delays that can be expected anywhere, those properties being handed over, and there's no doubt about it, those owners are extremely happy price-wise from what they paid initially 3 to 4 years ago to what the value of those today. And also, again, they are living on the 8th wonder of the world. That's probably the most well known. Second to that would be Dubai Marina, located close, where again, most of the properties there from off-plan to completion has doubled. Then we have new areas like Dubai Land, Sports City, City of Arabia, Silicon Oasis, Jumeirah Village South, which are the last of the large plots of property. And then you had also lower end as well, which is International City, which initially would have been a lot of people purchasing for an expected visa to stay here in Dubai. So we've had a quite diverse market, and an exciting market, continues to grow, whether we're bringing the water in from the sea as we are in Business Bay, or whether we're actually building out on the sea as we are in the palms in the world. It's exciting times for us. Now people are actually purchasing on the palm because they fall in love with it when they go there. Maybe also looking for a lot of people here now are moving here as residents. So they're looking to obviously buying in areas where there is close proximity to schools, where they're not going to have to worry too much about the traffic. Again, when you have a country like Dubai, we have a 25% traffic growth. That's good in the way that proves that something's happening. For an investor, that's what they want to hear. The types of properties are divided up. Primarily, you have apartments and villas. The villas have always sold very well in Dubai, mainly because, again, the idea of having some space. A lot of families that are either moving here, generally they're not a couple, they have children. A lot of the companies that are coming here to Dubai from Europe, South Africa, US, the Far East, again, they're bringing a lot of their managers, hence families with them. So the desire to have a villa is always going to be here in Dubai. A good example would be somewhere like Victory Heights, that's sold almost straight away, located in Dubai Land. Again, a project that's not going to be finished in that particular area for another couple of years. Then you have apartments. Now, apartments obviously where the majority of choice are in that. And again, this is divided into somebody who either wants to live in the apartment or is buying for investment. Again, the considerations living here would be traffic, a good view, and a nice finish. All right. Off-plan, the potential for off-plan is primarily right across the board, but generally you'd head towards, probably now away from the marina because the finished product's there, and you look for something towards maybe Jumeirah Village South or the Dubai Land project. For those that are looking to actually live in a villa themselves or an apartment, all right, one obviously confusing area has been, okay, well, I live in the UK or Europe or wherever, or South Africa, and I buy an apartment here that I want to utilise in Dubai. There are a lot of developers actually that already will furnish those apartments for you. Right? Those that don't furnish them for you, quite simply, is initially it's been, well, like most of us anywhere, shopping in IKEA. That, over the last few years, fortunately, has changed. We don't all have identical furniture now. We have a lot of furniture companies here that will simply do furniture packages for your size of unit. where they will literally come in, look at the unit, you choose the quality and the standard that you wish, and they price accordingly. A lot of very competent companies now in the furniture. Regarding maintenance, well, maintenance again with a lot of developers, they take care of the maintenance themselves up to a point, and then it's normally handed over to a housing committee, as it is in a lot of other countries. Again with EMAR, again they have their own, that's a good example, their own property management company who will look after those property for you. So again, problems you're going to find here are normal in fast construction areas, would be normally plumbing, air conditioning obviously, which is a major concern in Dubai. But generally there are no real obstacles when it comes to that. Hidden charges here in Dubai. Well, nobody specifically has hidden charges, but there are charges you need to be aware of. Those charges would be, an example would be registration to the land department, will be the valuation of your property. There are transfer charges from transferring from one owner to another owner, primarily by the developer. That can range anything from 1 to 3%. There are maintenance charges, obviously per square foot on your property. But generally these are charges that you would expect anyway. But just again, make sure that you ask the questions on transfer, maintenance, government land charges, charges for visa. All this can actually be done online, quite simply checking any online portal regarding Dubai property will inform you of exactly the charges. Okay, living here in Dubai, well, Annie will tell you there's a lot of benefits, and like anywhere, it doesn't matter where you live, you're always going to find something to complain about. Let's talk about the complaints. The heat. Well, I think if we look on the map, we realise that we are living in a desert, despite the great metropolis that we're building here. Second one, well, transport. Transport, primarily traffic. Not just the standard of traffic, but also the traffic growth here. The reason is we have 25% traffic growth in Dubai, and that's a good thing for investors, especially if you own property. The benefits, well, that would run for a long time. Mainly security. Personal security as well is phenomenal. The crime rate here is minimal, one of the lowest crime rates worldwide. Personal crime especially. We don't have any issues here regarding drug crime related as a lot of countries do. That makes a huge difference. Tax-free benefits. Well, of course, there are tax-free benefits both to your income, purchases on vehicles, and obviously the price of fuel, okay, which is primarily for a lot of people a good amount of their expense in somewhere like Europe. Obviously Dubai has a huge tourism market here. That is growing over the next few years to almost a number, 15 million tourists, which only 2 years ago we were just over 5 million. How to book your holiday? Well, obviously you have your traditional hotels here. What is happening also is we have a lot of apartments here now that are coming on board for holiday letting. Now for a family as well, that's a good option because again you're not paying for the cost of food in a hotel that the small kids may not eat anyway. Also gives you the freedom as well, if you're here for a week or so, to be able to shop in the supermarket, cook yourself some breakfast and keep the cost of your holidays down. There are a number of locations available, and again by simply just going on the web and seeing Dubai holiday vacations or Dubai vacation properties, you'll be able to pick up some pretty good units. Just as you may imagine, everything is down to doing your research. The great thing about the web now is that obviously when you're looking at coming somewhere like Dubai and you're looking at maybe staying in a property for a week or so, make sure you get some feedback from that company and people who have stayed there before. There are a lot of expat websites as well which you can log on with a forum and just ask people, are you aware of this particular property in the marina or on the beachfront or wherever? And you'll get good feedback of whether the location or their friends staying there. That's it, just do your research before you travel. Hatton Homes was formed basically because in the years that I've been here in Dubai, I've dealt with a many amount of agents and developers. There's been an element of frustration from my part as well, having gone through legal processes in other countries to register myself as a licensee real estate agent. I realised that was an area that is certainly lacking, and come along with that, it really is the service with any. It's primarily been because we've generally in Dubai been so busy that a lot of people have overlooked the simple service. One thing that you get with Platinum Homes is you get genuine service. We'll give you feedback on how the area and your property is doing for investment. If it's off-plan construction, you'll get exactly the construction stages photographs, etc. come through to you. And just maybe on a fortnightly basis, I send out a newsletter that simply states anything relative to your property, the growth or tourism in Dubai, just so you feel comfortable you purchase.